Hello, everybody, and welcome to Twisted Tuesday. I'm kidding. Uh, After a terrible Thursday, I feel like I should maybe uh, call it something less haunting, like Tranquil Tuesday, or I'll come up with something. I hope you all managed through that storm this weekend. Okay. As I sit here, I'm looking out my window. I see snow-capped mountains all around me. It's so beautiful. It's so lovely. My house absolutely withstood that storm beautifully. It did make for a few restless sleeps, but apart from that, every time I woke up, I just heard rain falling. It was amazing. I look across towards Watsonville, and there's just water everywhere. So it's I think the big rain is behind us now. There might be one or two more rains, but I don't think there's any more storms heading our way. So we can look forward to a little bit more calm. All right, so um, today we're going to just move through a series of range of movements and some core work, and hopefully it will get you nice and loosened up, especially if you were cold and indoors a lot this over the storm. You probably need to stretch it all out. So that's my job. That's what I'm here for. So let's get to it. All right. I'm going to just make sure my camera's good. Indeed. I can even move it a little bit more. All right. So here we go. Let's get onto a nice strong standing position. Feet hip width apart and parallel. Shoulders nicely back and down. And legs straight. Good. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Arms overhead and exhale. And again, in and release. And one more. And exhale. Good. All right. Nice big shoulder rolls. Oh, I got a stiff shoulder. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Change direction. 3, 2, 1. Let's add one more. Good. Turning the head. Keeping the chin level. Turning left to right. Or right to left. Get into full range. Turn it as far as you can. And one more. Side to side. Good. Chin to chest. And roll the ear to the right shoulder. Chin to chest. Ear to the left shoulder. I've got a tight muscle this side. Ear to the right. Ear to the left. One more. And to the left. And release. Good. Take the legs a little bit wider. And keep the toes facing forward. Bend at the knees, hands on the hips, and just straighten through one leg, straightening the right leg, and then bend through the midline and straighten the left leg. And you'll feel it in your lower back, the muscles at the back here working. Don't tilt the body, keep it centered. Bend both legs, keeping the heels on the ground, and then over to the right. Okay, so when you're over on the right side, you should be lined up perfectly, knee, foot, hip, okay, with the left leg extended. And body square, straight ahead, so you're not twisting to one side. Bending both, so you're in the middle, and I can really feel my calves pulling in this position, and then straightening the right leg, coming over the left leg. Stretching that right leg back to center, and extending the left leg. Keep that right hip in line with the left hip. Center, and over to the left. Shoulders down and open. Bend to the center, over to the right. Okay, don't go over this hip, so don't push over the hip, and don't let your hips pull, twist like this, so keep them centered, in line, shoulders down, to the center. Okay, I've got my hands on my hips so that you see that I don't do this. I don't tilt the one hip up and the other down. They stay in line with each other. To the center, and over to the right. Oops, see that left hip wanted to go there. And center, over to the left, and Last time to the center and straighten up. Alright, so I can feel a lot of work on my spine area there. So we're going to roll that out. Feet stay hip width apart. Bring the arms overhead. And the idea here is to keep the ears tucked in to the arms. So you're going to fold at the hips. You're going to keep a nice straight back. Push your hips back and keep your back straight. So arms overhead. And then push the hips back and bring the arms forward. Okay. Straight spine. And then you're going to just roll down. Bend the knees and curl up. Okay, we're going to do that 5 times. Arms overhead, nice deep breath in. Palms facing each other, feet hip width apart, parallel. Then push the chest down, keep the arms up, and push the hips back so you get a nice straight spine. Keep the chin tucked in. Feel that stretch, and then fold. Let the back roll down and hang. Bend the knees and curl up. Good job. Number 2, arms overhead, palms facing each other, push the hips behind you, pull the chest down, nice straight back, and release, rolling down. Bend the knees and curl up. Number 3, breathe in. It's a lovely extension on the spine. Fold at the hips, straight spine, and release. Bend the knees, curl up. Number 4, breathe in. Palms in, hips back, spine straight. Curl, bend the knees, and up we go. Last one, number 5. Arms overhead. Pulling down. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. And release the spine. Bend at the knees and curl up. Oh, that feels so great on the fillet. Alright, we're just going to pull in the glute. So you're going to cross the right foot over the left. Shoulders down and open. Keep the hands even now, so don't let one shoulder tilt more than the other. Chin to chest. Curling forward, all the way down and hang. Let the head hang. And curl up. And change legs. Left leg in front, chin to chest, curling down and hang. Keep the legs straight. Take the weight forward over the legs, so don't lean too much into your hips. Get your weight over your toes. And curling up. Good job. Shake that out. I'm just going to step into my socks again. It's quite chilly here today. No wonder with all the snow around us, hey? Alright, so we're going to take a nice forward lunge with the right leg. Lunging forward. Remember, when you're in that lunge position, the leg that goes forward, pull that hip back so the hips are square with each other. You're not having them tilted. Okay, so get them back in line. Bend that knee, but don't let it go over. Now I'm going to step out of my socks. I'm slipping and sliding. Alright. Don't let the knee go over in front of the foot. The knee must be slightly behind that foot on that right side. Stretch that left heel back. Okay, shoulders open. Long back of the neck. Bring the arms forward. And just keep an eye on those hands. Make sure that they're in line with each other, not tilted. Alright, we're going to just open our arms out. Wide and look up. Turn the thumbs back. Lifting the chest. Yes. And here the trick is to maintain that balance. Alright, so let's breathe in. Exhale, open, lift the chest, look up. Keep that lunge on that knee. And then pull the shoulders down, turn the thumbs up. Breathe in and exhale. Looking up. And bring it back. And 3. Lifting the chest, lifting the chin. And bringing it back. And 4, today's lucky number is 5 for some reason, don't know why. And exhale. Keep that lunge. Last one. 5. And forward. Go ahead and place those hands on that knee. And drop that left knee down. Straighten that right leg. Slide the hands down. And reach for the toes. Good. Right leg straight and you on your left knee. Come back into that lunge. Bend that right knee. Get the head and shoulders up. Tuck the left toes under the foot and push that knee off the ground back into your lunge position. And you're going to step out of it. Good job. All right. Going onto the left leg. So nice big step forward. Square those shoulders. Push that right heel away. Get a nice extension on the back of that right leg. Make sure your left hip is pulled back and arms out to shoulder height. Get nice and strong there. Get a nice big lunge. Ready to open the arms. Tilt the chest up. Lift the chin. Breathe in. Exhale. Lift. And look up. Whoops. And breathe in. Bring it back to center. Shoulders down. Shoulder width apart. And exhale. Lifting, looking up. And breathe in. And 3. And breathe in. 4. Pull those arms back. Pull the thumbs behind you. Breathe in. And last one. Good. Go ahead, put those hands on that left knee. Drop the right knee down. And straighten that left leg. Slide the arms down towards the toes. And stretch to the toes. Good. Tuck the toes under your right foot. Hands on the left knee. Stretch that right leg back and lunge out. Alright, I know you wouldn't have been able to go down onto the knees on that one, but everything else should be alright. Moving on. Alright, we're going to take the legs slightly wider apart. Turn them out. Good. I'm going to put the right hand, slide it down the leg, bring the left leg, the arm overhead, and stretch as far as you can. And you can let your hip go over to the right. Get a full body stretch. And then over to the left. Stretch. And over to the right. We're just doing this 3 times before we go onto the mat. Stretching out those hips from that lunge. Over to the left. One more. To the right. And over to the left. Good job. Nice. And let's go down onto the mat. I better just change my channel, my camera. Good. Alright. So, here we are on the mat. I'm going to put my toe socks on. It's very chilly. And I've got my window open because it's been closed for 2 days. And now I can smell the fresh fynbos. Alright. So, sitting on your bum, legs stretched out in front of you. We're going to just stretch the whole spine. So you can keep your toes pointed. Bring your arms up. Lengthen up that spine. And then you drop the chin to chest and just stretch forward. Keep the top of the head pulling to the toes. And reach forward. Notice that when I do this, I don't hunch my shoulders, okay? I keep the shoulders open in that stretch. Chin tucked in. I'm stretching from the spine going forward and not my arms trying to get long. It's not so much about how long your arms are. It's about the lengthening of the spine. Okay, so just keep that in mind because the minute you do this, you're actually inhibiting your spine stretching. So keep the shoulders open, tuck the chin in, and use the spine and the top of the head to set that pulling motion. Okay, shoulders are open. Stretch to the toes. And sit up tall. Good. And now we're going to open up that left arm. Stretch that right arm forward and look towards the left arm. Now don't move the legs. Keep those toes pointed, holding that stability, and keep that spine lifted. Stretch that right arm. It's not going over the midline. It's not going out sideways. It's over that right leg. Okay, it's pushing forward, and the left arm's opening behind you, and you're looking towards that left arm. When you do that, lengthen up that spine again. Get nice and strong. Okay, and you'll feel that in your spine. Alright, so now the left arm's going forward, and the right arm's going open, and I'm lengthening up the spine, and I'm looking towards the right hand, keeping my spine elevated, keeping my toes pointed, and turning my head as far as I can, not allowing my hips to move. Good, back to center, nice and tall. I just want to collapse now. Right arm going forward, left arm opening, turning my chest to look at that left hand. Keep that spine nice and erect. And back to center. Men, obviously you know the story. If you're finding trouble stabilizing there, then just sit on a cushion just to get that slight elevation on the hip flexors. Where were we? Right arm going out, left arm going forward. Lengthen up the spine, open up that chest. Keep that left arm in line. Whew. Turn that head as much as you can and back to center. When you turn your head, turn the chin and not the top of the head, so don't tilt. Okay. All right. Make sure your legs haven't opened up and bent when you're doing this. Keep them knees turned towards the ceiling, toes pointed. Right arm going forward, left shoulder opening up. Lengthen up that spine, look to the left. Whoo-wee. Up and back to center. My legs fell out a bit there. Come on. Get nice and tall. Left arm forward, right arm open. It's a beautiful spine twist this. Look towards that right arm and back. Right, I'm actually getting a cramp right through the bottom of my foot because of that amount of stretch I'm getting from my spine. Left arm, here we go. It's the last set. Twist and look, let's push that chest forward. Open up that shoulder as much as you can. Oh, such beautiful snow I can see. And back to center. Last one on the right arm now. Chest forward. Open up that right arm. Pull that right shoulder back. Yeah, knees in the middle. And turn to look at that right arm. Oh, I'm going to be glad for this. Back to center. Relax the arms down and roll down onto your back. Ah, that's good. Turn to the side here. Let's get some relief for that back. So just bring the knees to chest. Breathe in and lift the neck, head and shoulders, tuck towards the knees, keeping the shoulders open. And release. And again. Release. And one more. Good, and release. Nicely done. Alright, arms up to the ceiling. Let me just get into position here. Okay, knees are bent. Flatten the spine, scoop in the tummy muscles. Tighten the glutes. Bring that right leg to bug. Press down with the belly. And we're going to change legs. Okay, keep it a nice 90 degrees. Changing one leg to the other. Maintaining a nice scoop in the tummy muscles. Shoulders away from the ears. Leg in a nice hook position. Nicely bug and change. Touching the ground each time with the foot. Change. Okay, let's just do 5 more of these. Right, keep that belly pushing down. 1 and 2. Change. Use the core muscles, not the shoulders. 3 and change. 4. Change. I normally breathe in and exhale to change. 5. Good. And go ahead and bring the leg up so you've got both legs in bug. Drop the arms forward towards the knees. Breathe in. And we're going to exhale and crunch towards those knees. Keep the shoulders open, so don't crunch the neck. Breathe in, 1, and down. 2, really make sure you're using your tummy muscles for this. 3, crunch, down. 4, 5, sorry, we're carrying on. Doing 8, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Hands under the knees for a sec. Alright, so the next one we're going to do, we're going to keep those legs in bug, arms up to the ceiling. And now we're going to extend the right leg. As you extend, pull that belly down to the mat. Okay, so keep a nice stable muscles on those, the core pulling down. And then we're going to change. Nice extension, don't let the knees move too much. And lengthen the right leg, lengthen the left leg. Make sure the knees face towards you, not turned out. Okay, get a nice extension from the back of the leg. Ready? 1, and change. 2, watch alignment. 3, and change. 4, make sure your neck's nice and long, chin tucked in. 5, 6, belly, pull that belly in. 7, and 8. Nice. Both legs in bug. Straighten them up to the ceiling, and we're going to drop the hands forward and crunch with straight legs. 2, make sure the knees don't turn out. 3, and down. 4, 5, yep, a bit more hard on the tummy. 6, 7, and 8. Bend the knees, pull into the chest, relax for a sec. You know we're not done yet, hey? Okay, which is the next one? Okay, so take the legs back into bug, arms up to the ceiling, and now we're going to extend straight towards the foot to 45. Bring it back and change legs. Back into bug, right leg extend, back to bug, left leg extend. Don't drop that leg too low, okay? If you're in a nice 90-degree angle here, the one leg slides out till the knees in line with the foot here. Okay, ready. Starting with the right leg, make sure your glutes are tight, your belly is pushing down into the mat, ribs are pulling down, long back of the neck, shoulders open. Ready, that's all the checklists done. Extending right leg. Keep that core nice engaged. And back. Left leg. And pull it back. And right leg. Slide and glide. Push that belly into the mat. Bring it back. Left leg. And back. Number 3. Extend. Don't let the knees turn out. Watch your arms haven't dropped. Extend, pull that belly in. And 4. Watch that the feet don't lift too much in between. And 5. And don't let your back arch. Keep that lower back pressed down into the mat. 6. You also want to make sure your knees don't pull back over the midline. So keep them above the pelvis. And 7, almost there. Extend, full extension. Belly, whew. And 8. Oh, yay. And release. Oh, we've got to do our last one, don't we? Okay, so for those of you that can, for our lift up, we're going to extend both legs, drop the arms forward, and we're going to crunch here. 1, don't drop them too low, keep the lower back imprinted. Okay, 1, 2, lovely, 3, keep that chin tucked in. 4, tummy work. 5, 6, whew, 7, and 8, and bend those knees and relax. Whew. Alright, let's roll it up. Now, if your lower back is feeling a little bit tenderized after that, it means that you haven't engaged your core quite as much as you'd like to. So that happens. Keep working with that. You just want to really pull that lower back down and push it into the mat when you're doing the leg work using your belly button. Kind of pin it down while you're doing that. So to stretch out that lower back now, you can go into a shell stretch. And Anna, you and I, we can just stretch forward. Okay. Anyone, you guys can also do this. Just stretch those legs out and releasing the lower back. Good. Okay, I'm going to move a bit forward for this one. My back's like, oh, I'm tired. It's okay. We're going to go onto the mat again after this one. So, sitting up nice and tall. Arms outstretched in front of you. What's going to happen here is that you're going to take one arm up, and then you're going to change arms. But things to watch out for is this, okay? Extending the shoulders up towards the ears, becoming lopsided, one arm dropping out, one arm, try and keep a nice formation. You want to get your lower back pressed up all the time. Keep the ribs engaged, tummy muscles in, toes pulling back, and make sure your knees don't fall out. Men, again, you can sit on a cushion if you find it more comfortable. If you're able to keep your back nice and straight. Try and keep your back straight. If it conks in, if it can't hold that position, do these 2 at a time. So do 2 groups, stop, rest the spine. Come back into position, do another 2, rest. Okay, get the idea. It's not that scary. It's actually not such a hard exercise. I'm making it sound like a horror movie. Okay. Alright, so feet hip width apart, parallel. Shoulders are down and back, long neck. Don't lift the chin, keep it tucked in. I mean, not like tucked in. Long neck. Push the chest forward slightly so you've got a nice straight spine. Breathe in. Exhale, take that right arm overhead, keeping that shoulder down. Alright, so now we're going to cross. Breathe in and change. Lengthen up that spine. And change. You'll feel the work around the shoulder blades. And change. Keep those toes pulled back. Flex those feet. And change. Number 3. Lengthen up. And change. Number 4. Get that spine up. Push the chest forward. And change. And 5. And change. And 6. And change. And 7. And change. Last one. Lengthen up that chest. And 8. Change. Bring those arms down. Bend the knees. And come through the midline. Whoa. I can really feel that on my back. Oh, and the shoulder blades. Right, so open the knees up, stretch forward. Good. And go ahead and cross your legs now. Alright, so we're just going to do a side stretch. Bring that left arm next to the body, behind the leg, against the hip. Right arm's going to go overhead, and you're going to stretch over. Drop the head over to the side, get nice and tall, and then pull across to the left. Nice. And right side, stretch, and pull across. Good. And release. Take the arms behind you, hook them together like this. Drop them onto the ground. Lift your chest, drop your head back. And stretch. Good. Bring the arms forward and one more stretch down to the ground. and release. Nice. Okay, we're going to go back into the back. We're going to do 5 roll-ups. Okay, just loosen up the body there. So start with our toes pulled back, lengthen up the spine. Breathe in, keep the shoulders open and down, roll those hips back, curling down one vertebra at a time, arms overhead, point your toes, breathe in, exhaling, curling forward, a bit of a yoink the first one because we've worked on that lower back, stretch towards the toes, drop the chin in, and reach forward, sitting up nice and tall. Flexing the feet, breathe in, keep that chin tucked in, exhale, don't let the arms close, and arms overhead, pointing the toes, breathe in, curling up, reaching forward, chin tucked in. Feels better. Let's do one more. We don't need to do 5. Let's breathe in, exhale, feet are flexed, don't let those arms close, overhead, point your toes, and breathe out, coming forward, reaching and chin tucked in. Good. And before we go down, let's just get that right knee in and do a nice relaxing cross stretch here. So right arm over the left foot. Hold that stretch. Press that right leg down. Good. And change sides. Cross over. Left arm to right outside foot. Chin tucked in. Left knee pressing down and reaching forward. Good. All right. Let's go for some shoulder bridge. I'll move my mat up a little bit. All right. So going onto your back, arms up to the ceiling. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Legs hip width apart parallel. You're going to flatten your spine. And you're going to scoop in the tummy muscles and push the hips up to the ceiling. And then you're going to drop that left hip in, touch it to the ground, keeping the right hip as stretched up as you can. Then lift that left hip up and take the right hip, touch the right hip to the ground. Lift both up, drop the left hip. Make sure your shoulders don't move. Make sure it's all in the lower back. Okay, are you ready? So going up, make sure you've got a long neck. Men, no cushions, please. Arms up to the ceiling, chin tucked in, shoulders open, away from the ears. And tilt that right hip, push the left hip up and touch the right hip to the ground. Push the right hip up and drop that left hip down. Up, right hip. Number 2, lift and left hip. And press up, right hip. Left hip, number 3. Keep those shoulders pulling down. Right, lift, number 4. Sure, gluteus maximus. Lift, right hip down. Press up, left hip. Number 5. Right down, lift, left. That's 6. Right hip. Press, left hip. 7. One more. Right hip and up. Left hip. Press them up and tuck the bum under as you curl down and get down to the ground. Bring the knees up to the chest gently. Breathe in, exhale to pull them to the chest and release. Pull and release. Pull and release. Hold them to the chest. Lift the head and shoulders. Breathe in and exhale. And down. And one more. Good. Take those feet down to the ground, arms out sideways, knees over to the right, head to the left. Relax the body. Whew. And over to the other side. Knees to the left, head to the right. Good. To the center, knees open, feet together, and just gently rock side to side. Good. Take the feet apart, knees in, take the right knee down to the ground. Keep the left leg up, the left knee up. And then left knee in, getting a nice stretch. Good. And over onto your side. All right. I love doing side work. It's really good for the hip flexors. Okay, so you've got your knees bent and your feet are in line with your hips. Knees are out in front of you. Okay, you're going to just open up that top knee as far as you can and close it. Squeeze together, open and close. Now, watch my shoulders don't move. It's really just below the waist. I'm not dropping my whole upper body. Upper body stays static and the knee opens and closes. Let's just do 5 and close. Squeeze the knees. 4 and squeeze. 3 and squeeze. 2. Last one. Good. Straighten out that leg and you're going to swing the leg up and then you're going to swing it back behind you as far as you can, keeping your balance. And then you're going to swing it up, straight legged, pull it up as high as you can, and then take it back. But make sure that you don't use your upper body to control it. Use your core. Pull that leg up and swing it back. 1, forward and back. 2, forward and 3, forward, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Keep it straight. And it's going to be on top of the other foot. And you turn that knee up and you're going to take it up to the ceiling and turn the knee forward, take it down. Turn the knee up to the ceiling, lift that leg and just as far as you can. 3 and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Alright, so you can bend those knees on top of each other. The last exercise, you're going to keep that leg bent, pull it to the chest, open it up, and make a nice big circle with that knee. Keep the shoulder stable. Ready, and pull the knee towards you, open it up, make a nice circle. 1. Really great work for the pelvis, the tummy muscles, the lower back. 4. You can really feel the work in your hip flexors. 5, 6, 7, 1 more, and 8, and done. Relax here for a sec. Okay, I'm going to swing over onto my other side. Okie dokes, where were we? So you're lying on your other side, knees bent in front of you, feet in line with your hips. One hand supporting and opening up that knee and squeezing the knees together. Keep the shoulders stable. Ready, and 1 and squeeze together. 2, squeeze. 3, keep the tummy muscles in. 4, squeeze together. 5, 6, 7, nice, and 8, good, and straighten that leg out, and we're going to slide it forward to the hip, keep it above the ground, and swing it behind you, and 2, and back, and just above the ground, 3, and stretch it behind you, 4, I want you to really feel it in the front here, 5, swing, 6, not too much from the shoulder, 7, and 8, good. Take it to the other foot, lay it down. Now you're going to turn the knee up to the ceiling, pull that leg up, turn the knee forward, take it down. 1, and down. Keep it nice and straight. 2, 3. As you turn that knee up, this hip drops back. And as you turn it forward, it drops forward again, pulls forward. 5, see that? 6, whew. 7, and 8. Good, and bend those knees. Now we're going to pull that top knee to the chest, open it up, and make a nice big circle with that knee. Ready? 1, pull and open. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and release. Oh, good work. All right, time to stretch those muscles out. So you can go ahead and come onto your tummy. So from this position, you're going to have your hands on the ground and your elbows tucked in under your shoulders. Legs are straight out behind you and squeeze together. We're just going to stretch the spine, scoop in the tummy muscles, drop that head forward. Keep the shoulders pulled back and lengthen from the top of the head, squeezing the legs together, scooping the tummy muscles. And release. That's my relaxed position. This is my lengthened position. Push out of those shoulders, pull them back, pull in the belly, squeeze the legs together, top of the head pointing away. Tighten that body as much as you can. Squeeze the legs, scoop in the tummy, shoulders pulling back, long neck, and release. 1 more, and lengthen, tummy in, shoulders pulling back, and release. Head on the hands. All right. So we've done this before. We're going to do it again. You're going to keep your legs off the ground. Head's going to stay on the hands. You're going to pull the heels to the bum, keeping the knees off the ground, and lengthen. Keep them off the ground. Head on the hands. Relax the upper body as much as you can, and keep that tension in the lower body. Lifting the legs up, knees facing down, not turned out, and flexing the feet to the bum. Ready? 1, and stretch. 2, 3, we're just doing 8. Keep the knees off the ground. 4, and stretch. 5, and stretch. Almost there. 6, whew. 7, keep that belly in. And 8, and relax. Whew. Okay, everyone into shell stretch. Anna, you can just lie on your back, pull the knees to the chest. Whew. Good job. All right, we're going to do a side bend. So, Anna, you can just go onto your side like this and keep your knees bent, stretch. Not going into a plank today. Okay, so that will be your stretch. Everybody else onto hands and knees. And you're going to walk the hands over to the left, slide the right leg out, lift that right shoulder, and stretch over the body. Stretch. Good. Keep that ear next to the shoulder. Walk the hands over to the other side, over to the right. Stretch that left leg out, lift that left shoulder, and stretch over to the right. Good. And down. Now walk forward again. Nice. Okay. Alright, we haven't done any tummy work. That's no good. So let's do some half roll downs and get that stomach working. Alright, so legs are bent, feet are flat on the ground, spine's up and nice and strong, hands stay parallel, and we're going to tuck under and curl up. Okay, ready, and one, tuck, half roll down and curl up. If you want to put a cushion between your legs to keep that stability, go ahead. Ready, number 2, tuck and up, and 3, and extend, and 4, use the tummy muscles, don't rely on the back, and 5, and up, and 6, hoo-wee, that feels good, 7, and up, and 8, good, and up. Alright, so we're going to do a little extension here, half roll down, bring the feet a bit closer, hands under the right knee, and you're going to extend that right knee up, scooping hard on the tummy muscles, use the tummy, not the spine, and bend. Keep that chin tucked in. Number 2, extend and bend. And 3, lift and down. And 4, keep that belly tight and down. Almost done. 5, yes, we're doing 8. Watch that those shoulders don't round. Keep them open and down. 6, let's get that counting right this time. Don't use the spine, keep that tummy tucked in. 7, and down, last one, and 8, beautiful, and straighten up and come to the midline. Whew, gotta do the other leg. Okay, alright, legs bent, hands under the left leg, half roll down, get yourself tucked in, shoulders open, long neck. Crunch forward with those ribs and extend. 1, and down. 2, pull those shoulders down and open. 3, and down. Watch out for cramping. 4, and down. 5, 6, breathe in. 7, breathe in, and 8, oh thank goodness, and release, and reach forward. Whew. Sure. I can really feel that on my glutes. Alright, we're going to take that right leg in, and just to stretch that muscle out, we're going to stretch forward, right hand over left leg, stretching out that right glute. And change legs. Let's stretch out that left glute. Sure, that feels better. Nice. Alright, we're going to go up into a dog stretch. So, Anna, you can go into your push-up position and wait there for us. You see, she gets the best stuff. I'm going to just change the camera a bit. Go ahead and wait in that push-up position, Anna. We're coming. Shame. All right, Anna, we come. That's not funny, I'm sorry. Okay, into your push-up position. Breathe in, thumbs up, heels down. Get a nice straight back. And back into your push-up position. And up. You're just doing 5. Heels down, push-up position. Shoulders pulling back. And hips up. 3. Pull those shoulders back. And up. 4. Last one. Shoulders back. Tummy in. And 5. And walk those hands back. And curl up. Alright, it's a truck that just arrived outside. Whoo-wee. Oh, it's good to be back on our feet. I feel muscles that have stretched so much now. Alright, we're just going to swing side to side. Soften up those shoulders. Couple of times, bring one hand up to the shoulder. Alright, and release. Shake it out. I just want to do some knee circles just to loosen up those legs. So feet together, knees together. Bend the knees and sweep the knees right to left and straighten up. Right to left. Right to left. Let's do 5. Right to left. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And change side. Left to right. Left to right. Left to right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Feet hip width apart. Bend the legs and just shake the hips side to side. You just want to loosen up that spine. Yes, Skulk, we're dancing. Alright. Bring the arms forward, overhead, stretch right arm, stretch left, right, left, right, left, and make a nice big circle. Close the chest, open the chest, do 3, close, X, and 1 more. Take the arms overhead, breathe in, happy days, ready to swing. Swing. And 2, and 3, let's do 5, and 4, and 1 more, 5, and relax. Nicely done. I'm coming in. Oh, yeah. Okay. Why did that feel so tiring? I can't even speak anymore. I think this is from, I don't know why, but I feel very worked over. I hope you also feel worked over, but you've a nice colour in your cheeks and your body's nice and warm and stretched and ready for the rest of this week. Hope you enjoyed that. I did. I loved it. I love it afterwards. It's the best afterwards, hey? Not so much before. You're like, oh, got to do it. But yes, I definitely feel good now. Miss you guys. I hope you're well, and I hope you bought enough alcohol, if you drink alcohol, to last for however long it's going to take till you get it again. Wasn't that a little bit of a curveball, hey? Surprise, surprise. It doesn't really, unfortunately, doesn't really affect me. But for those of you that love your glass of wine in the evening, I am so sorry for you. Anyway, so it goes. Look after each other. Take care. I'm not even going to say it. Am I going to say it? No, I'm not going to say it. You'll never know what I was going to say. I love you guys. Mwah. Take care and see you on Thursday. What shall I be plotting? We'll see. See you soon. Ciao. Vaya con Dios.